Look at that. Flat again. There's just no winning with this thing. My goodness. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we're going to be doing some walking and talking. And we're going to be talking about denial. Alright? That whole denial thing. Alright? So, first of all, let me make sure I got the lighting good. Alright, good. Awesome. Let's get going. So, we're going to be talking about denial, just like you saw on the thumbnail. If you clicked on it, if you're listening to this in podcast form, well, you probably didn't see the thumbnail. Bruh. But anyways, so we're going to be talking about that. You know what I mean? We're going to be talking about the whole denial thing when it comes to the whole, you know, coronavirus thing, the whole COVID-19. You know, that whole situation. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's what we're going to be talking about right now. And in today's video, just a little, you know, quick heads up. Careful while I'm walking there. Anyways, a little quick heads up on today's episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be playing a few videos. A little, you know, a few of them are a little long, like 2 to 5 minutes long, but they're very, very important to today's show. You know, talking about everything. So, yeah, right now, you know, it's basically we're at the point where it's almost all said and done, you know, when it comes to like the virus. Yet, you know, they're closing down, or you know they're closing down more in states all across the US or in places around the world. Even here, you know, they're saying they're threatening to close down some more if the numbers don't go down and all this other stuff. You know, but the reality is that, you know, for the most part, you know, how can people not know what the numbers are and what's going on at this point? So that's why we're in the whole denial thing. You know, now coming to, you know, where we are now, after a few things have been happening out here as well, here in Mexico, where I'm currently staying. I've noticed that even the people that are pushing the whole, you know, face mask agenda, even though it's a completely different political party and things are, you know, again, it's Mexico's compared to the US. I did notice that it's the same group of people that are pushing that same agenda in the US. And so they started making me think, man, is this the same group perhaps that's, you know, maybe I guess around the world with the same kind of mentality, and they're the ones that are pushing the face mask wearing agenda. And I started doing a little digging, and bam, sure enough, so it started making me think a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I'll be careful where I'm walking out here. Started making me think a little bit. It's like, damn, you know, well, we already have a good amount of information. You know what, in fact, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna play this video that I found today, you know, before I even came out to do this. And I was like, man, let me play it for you guys. But anyways, in this video, I'll let it speak for itself, but basically it talks more about the virus and the numbers and all this other stuff. Yeah, this video today is gonna be super demonetized. It's not monetized at all or anything like that. You know, credit, shout out goes to all the other contributors out there on the internets. So without further ado, the video I wanted to present.
A few months ago, scientists discovered that there was a new virus that was said to be very contagious, very deadly, and without treatment. The experts, or those experts that our governments trusted to be the best, predicted an outbreak with an enormous death toll and a never-foreseen burden on hospitals and ICUs. We started testing, a lot, and guess what? The more tests we made, the more cases we discovered. There was only one thing we could do to prevent the world from ending: flatten the curve. Many countries took drastic measures trying to prevent the apocalypse, and did what humanity had never done before: shut down the entire society, shut down a major part of the economy, and quarantine the healthy. We installed social distancing, new rules, new laws, a new normal, things that could only be lifted as soon as there would be a new vaccine that could save us all. But, plot twist, months later, independent scientists look back and they now see that those predictions were all astronomically wrong. Deaths have been orders of magnitude lower. They are, in fact, even comparable to other severe flu seasons. And yes, There were local variations in severity, as always, in every flu season. But what was actually going on then? First things first, the world was not on the brink of an extreme outbreak of a highly deadly and highly contagious disease. Instead, we were already well underway in a pretty normal infection wave of a pretty normal mixture of flu viruses, in which, as every year, coronaviruses were the last of the season. The exponential growth in cases that looked so frightening was nothing more than the direct result of the exponentially growing number of tests performed, showing positives on people that were already weeks or months before exposed to the virus. Every year when we lab test people with flu-like symptoms, we always find a mix of viruses. Rhinoviruses always come first, then influenza A and B appear, and finally the coronaviruses show up in the game. So, what was different this year? Actually, nothing. Let's have a look at the infection waves in all countries. There seems to be no correlation between lockdown or social distancing and the run of the infection waves. Countries with strict or no measures did comparably well or bad in keeping the spread of the virus low. Actually, in most countries, social distancing was imposed well after the true infection wave, or R value, peaked, indicating that lockdowns did not cause the cases to drop. So, if all social distancing and drastic measures did not make the outbreaks halt, what did instead? The outbreak halted in most countries because of the same reason it halts every flu season, every year: atmospheric circumstances, like the weather, temperature, and humidity, and growing immunity that make it harder and harder for the virus to spread. But wait, didn't we learn that we were not even close to herd immunity? The world had to brace for a second wave and could only return back to normal if there was a corona vaccine? You know what? Why don't we first go back a bit and look at the corona killer virus again? The virus that was so terribly contagious, so terribly deadly, and had no vaccine. Well, turns out, independent science now shows it's even less contagious than influenza. It is about as deadly as a bad flu, and there is lots of scientific proof that there is an affordable, reliable, safe, and working medicine that can be taken in the early stages of the illness that will even prevent patients from getting hospitalized. So, all of this makes the danger of the coronavirus, or COVID-19, actually comparable to that of a mild to severe flu season. And yes, corona kills, for sure, just like influenza does, but it's not as deadly as illnesses that we have been living with for hundreds and hundreds of years without that much attention of the media. You might be wondering, those antibody tests only show 5 to 10% positives, and to be safe, we needed 70 to 80%, right? So we are not even close? No. What you've been told is not really what reflects reality. Let's first have a look at the amazing thing that is our immune system, which is composed by the innate immune system, your skin, your saliva, gastric acids, commensal flora, and much more. And your adaptive immune system, killer T cells, helper T cells, and antibodies. Pretty cool, huh? Turns out that for, like influenza and other types of viruses, most of us have an innate immunity already, which is, for example, why 75% of the elderly that were exposed on the cruise ship Diamond Princess did not get the virus at all, even though they were drifting around as a perfect incubator for a month. This cross-immunity, or background immunity, is very well known in science, but whoever cared to tell us about that? Maybe it's time we start to rethink our actions. Maybe we need to question social distancing, question the new normal, question the corona vaccine, and question the entire crisis. Maybe, after all, it's a really good idea to just inform ourselves, embrace independent science, embrace discussion, and embrace common sense. We've survived a lot of things already. We can probably handle this one as well.
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. As you guys saw there, I mean, again, see, I'd rather let the experts, and again, it's all up to you, you know what I mean, for you to go out there. You know, it's a good opportunity here for me to say this. You know, don't ever take any of my videos or any video out there or any kind of information you find out there as, you know, the truth. Always question. So just like you would always question anything you would find on the internet, you should always question everything that your government says to you, and always question everything that any authority or anything. Just question, always question, man. All right, so please, all right, by all means, always question everything. And if you have any doubts, look it up yourself. Do the homework yourself. Do some critical thinking yourself. It'll do you a little good. Trust me. So, now we're gonna be talking about in today's episode the whole denial aspect. So, why did I start off with a shot of my flat tire? Well, because if you guys have been following me long enough, you guys know that I've been getting 7 billion flat tires on that bike. It's squeaky, it makes noise, it's a pain in the ass. It's all I'm doing ever is maintaining that thing, and it's constantly disappointing me. So, I started, thinking to myself and talking to Christian. I was like, you know what? I think it's time we get rid of this bad boy and get me a new bike. Because, again, if I just stay with it, I'm going to be just complete denial. I don't even want to get into the whole situation with that, but that is where we're at, okay? With the bicycle thing. So, so it was a perfect segue, perfect communication, perfect, everything. By the way, I'm like in the middle of the road here. It's kind of like blocked off and stuff. So as I was saying, so when it comes off to like the whole denial thing, you know what I mean? Like staying in a toxic relationship, staying in a bad relationship with something like whether it's your bicycle, your government, your spouse, we can go on and on. There's all kinds of toxic bad relationships. In fact, I've talked about it before many times on this channel and done many videos on these topics through Monday Motivations, I don't make Monday Motivation anymore, but check out the playlist and check that out for more information. It's on my page and my channel. But right now, basically what's happening with the whole face mask situation and things like that is that a lot of people are just flat out in denial, and they don't want to deal with reality as it pertains to what's really going on, and they just want to keep doing as they're told. They want to keep doing what they think is best, only because of what they've been told. They can't do some critical thinking or critical action on themselves, and therefore we fall into the position that we're in right now, where even though you see me walking around without a mask, you see everybody else with a mask, and it's not mandatory. Obviously, I walk right in front of a police station with a few cops. I probably got them in the picture, in the video, and again, what were they going to say? What were they going to do? Nothing. You know what I mean? And so it smells good. It smells real good. Oh man, see, this is what I'm gonna have for dinner, guys. I'll show you when I get there. But yeah, so get me some chicken here. So I have to go to the pharmacy to pick something up, then I gotta go to the OXXO, and then I'm gonna swing by here and pick up some chicken, pork, whatever they got, so I can eat dinner. Because tonight I'm gonna be recording. I'm waiting for traffic to swing by. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be recording a podcast, The Boomer and the Zoomer, the podcast that I record every Tuesday and Thursday night at 9 Eastern Central. All right, and then on Wednesdays and Friday mornings, or Wednesday, Friday during the day, I upload, all right, those podcasts. So again, if you want to see it live, check out the links below. See you at 9 p.m. tonight. Well, actually, by the time you watch this, anyways, forget it. You're probably gonna be watching this on Saturday. All right, so never mind. See you next Tuesday, next Thursday. Sorry. Anyways, sorry about the shameless promotion. Bruh. But back to what I was talking about. When it comes to the whole denial thing. So basically, a lot of people around the world right now are in total denial, and our leaders have failed us. Because basically, if our leaders tell us not to wear a mask, we're not going to wear a mask. That's why when we see some leaders around the world not wearing a mask, not complying, not everything, it helps the people not buy into this propaganda that's being fed by a completely different agenda that has nothing to do with the care and safety of the citizens of said country or anything like that. They, the NWO, globalism, the lizard people, gay frogs, aficionados, whatever. Anyways, however you want to call these people. But the point is that we need strong leadership. We need people to start waking up, and slowly but surely we're starting to waken up. I'm telling you. I know you see it. I know I see it, you know, but we need a stronger pushback. And all right, I'm already at destination numero uno. See how quickly, you know, the pharmacy. Look how beautiful it is out here. Look how quiet though. This fucking sucks though, because everybody's indoors because they're scared of the virus. Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna go in there and buy my anal cream. Anyways, you know, just I make the jokes before you guys even get a chance to make the jokes. So with that as a perfect segue, I'm gonna put the other video that I was gonna leave at the end, you know, to put at the end, but I think it'll be better for me to just put it here and then segue as I walk home more on the discussion, because the whole denial thing, basically it all boils down to this.
It's just for your safety. It's just for national security. It's called the Patriot Act. It's all for our good. It's just the Department of Homeland Security. It's just the TSA. You want to be safe on that flight, don't you? It's just an x-ray machine. They just want to remove your shoes. They just want to pat your children down. You just have to take out your laptop. They're only taking your shampoo and conditioner. They're just GMOs. It's just beef from China. They're just cigarettes. The experts say smoking's okay. You can trust the food pyramid. It's just property taxes. It's just a fishing license. It's just a hunting license. It's just a driver's license. It is a lawful order. They are the authorities. Listen to the experts. They're just contrails. They're just doing their job. It's just a mask. It's just 6 feet. It's just for 2 weeks. It's called Agenda 2030. You do care about people, don't you? It's just so that we can all be secure. It's just a card. It's just Event 201. He was just a serial child molester, second in line for the presidency. It's just till the coin shortage is over. It's just non-essential businesses. It's just non-essential workers. Yeah, he's just a conspiracy theorist. It's just a bar. It's just a restaurant. They're just following orders. You can still shop at Walmart. It's just to keep the hospitals from being overwhelmed. It's just till the cases go down. I don't know. They're the experts. It's just to flatten the curve. You can still shop at Lowe's. It's just a few inmates. We got a shelter in place. They're just protesters. It's just to keep others from being scared. It's just for a few more weeks. It's just a church, and you can still pray. CVS and Walgreens are still open. It's just until we get the vaccine. It's just a bracelet. It's just an app. It's just for tracing. It's just to let people know you're safe to be around. They're just contact tracers. It's just to let people know who you've been in contact with. It's just a few more months. It's just a few more inmates. It's just a video. It's just a post. It's just an email account. It's just a YouTube channel. It's just for protecting others from hate speech. It's just to protect people from getting their feelings hurt. You just can't protest to reopen businesses. You can protest to advance Marxism. No, the virus won't spread if you're burning down businesses, flipping cars, and tearing down statues. The virus will spread if you open up your business. It's just a few violent protests. It's just a little microchip. Come on, it's just a blood test. It's just a simple test. It's just profiting Big Pharma and the biotech companies. It's just a scan. It's just for medical information. It's just to store a vaccination certificate. It's just like a credit card. It's just a few places that don't take cash. It's just so you can travel. It's just so you can get your driver's license. It's just so you can vote. It's just mail-in voting. It's just another banker-bought political puppet. It's just a few more years. It's just a statue. It's just a monument. It's just a building. It's just graffiti. It's just a song. It's just a lyric. It's just an anthem. It's just a few words. You know, that's a lot of privilege you got going on there. They're just following orders. It's just a book. It's just a movie. It's just a TV show. It's just a cartoon character. It's just a piece of cloth. It's just a flag. It's just a dog at a protest. It's just a military outfitted police force. It's just a religion. It's just a holiday. It's just the scary black AR-15. It's just an ammunition and firearms tax. It's just your guns. You know, I'm starting to think you like guns more than you like children. It's just the police. It's just the military. We will never be a socialist country.
We will never be a socialist country.
America will never be a socialist country.
It's just for the greater good. It's just your freedoms gone forever. And it's just the way they planned it.
So, you know, back to what you were just seeing there. What do you think about that? See, I mean, look, I saw that and I was like, just like when the previous video you saw, I was like, man, this is perfect. You know, I'd rather just show it in full to you guys and have you guys enjoy it. It fits perfectly into the whole denial thing because, again, when, you know, it's put into, you know, when it's eloquently put, okay, just like that guy put it there, you know, all of a sudden it's makes it a lot easier to understand this, okay? You know, just like for a while, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just a quick one, you know, like it took, you know, a very long time, you know, for me to really have more confidence in, you know, making these videos and doing these things. You know, I've been doing this for years now. But at first, it was pretty difficult because of just a simple fact that, you know, I didn't think people understood how I talked or would understand my point of view or, you know, whatever, you know, insert excuse here. And then as I started making these, I realized that that could not have been further from the truth. Yeah, you know, I'm not the, you know, most eloquent speaker, all right? I'm not, you know, Obama. I'm more like Trump, you know, in the sense that, like, again, horrible analogy, horrible excuse, but you know what I'm saying, in the point of, you know, just the way I talk, you know, that there's a lot of people like that. Oh, look, but I still have a heart. I still have a whatever. So look, for anyone out there, poor little doggy needs help. I'm gonna find her. So anyways, let me go get some chicken real quick. I gotta put my face mask on so I can enter both places. But you know what? Let me show you real quick. But the whole denial thing, all right, of how this works. You see? So, all right, hold on. I'm gonna put this on. I wanna show you guys real quick because, you know, it's just, I think, again, it's more visceral and adds a little more if you see it. Right? See, it's hard to do it with one hand. If you see it for yourself, all right, good job. For yourself. So I gotta put this on real quick so I can just approach this business, a small little business here. All right. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order some food real quick, order some chicken so I can take home, and then while I wait, I'm gonna go across the street and get something else, you know, like the sweets, and then we're gonna finish the conversation on the way home, okay? Here, I might as well just show you guys real quick so you guys can get an idea of what food costs out here. If you guys want more information, check out my other travel channel. Link is at the bottom of the description of this video. All right, so got my bag full of chicken, got myself soda, got myself you know, some sweets that I shouldn't be having, but it's okay. The little lady at home lets me have them. But let's get back on topic. You know, let's just you know, let's get back to what we were talking about, which was you know, the whole denial thing. You know, basically what's going on right now is that, you know, most people out there are in a very toxic relationship and they just don't want to let go. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. They don't want to admit that that you know what I mean, that everything that they said, you know, was not, you know, the real thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that means the whole, they didn't want to admit that they were wrong. But there's so many more elements to this, you know what I mean? Everybody has an ego. Everybody you know, was virtue signaling at one point. Now it's coming to the whole politics, you know, situation, you know, as to where, you know, there's politics involved now, you know what I mean? Meaning that, you know, it's the US, I mean, it's you know, if you believe one ideology, you are all about enforcing the face mask mandate, just like you're enforcing a bunch of other mandates, okay, that people don't want. And now all of a sudden, if you don't wear your face mask, you're part of another group that you know, don't tread on me. Don't, you know, don't be telling me what to do. And, you know, that's kind of like where we're at here, even in Mexico and in other parts of the world, where now this thing has split off, you know, and I don't want to call, you know, the people that are mask wearing individuals as like uber left or very left, because again, that's a very, very different, it means something different everywhere you are, you know, honestly, you know, the whole left, right, all that stuff. It's more like, you know, things like conservatism, and things like libertarianism, not libertarianism, sorry, like damn it, libertarianism, liberal, all right, just like being a liberal. Like, I consider myself a liberal, but in today's United States of America, you know, I might as well be fucking married to Alex Jones. Bruh. So, you know, with that being said, you know, we're living in some very strange times, and now this whole face mask wearing thing, you know, it's taken, you know, another, you know what I mean, another, it's become something else, you know, it's turned into something completely different. It's become a beast. And, you know, right now, it's basically, if you don't wear your face mask, you know, you don't comply, then all of a sudden, every left ideology that you might have is thrown out the window. And you're all of a sudden considered, you know, hey, you must be a Trump supporter because you're not wearing your mask. Or out here, you must be a supporter of XYZ because you're not wearing your mask. Or in Egypt, I'm sorry, I butchered that. But you know what I'm saying. You know, the point is that, you know, all of this is taking a completely different, man, I'm sorry, I'm spacing out on that particular word that I wanted to say there. But you guys understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Thank God you guys understand me, because I don't even understand myself sometimes. Anywho, so I mean, you know, basically with all that being said, you know, right now we're at a point where every single person out there that is still refusing to see the real facts, or see, you know, or not, you know, or not question their government or anything like that. So for example, you know, right now when we're seeing people, you know, in places like Florida, in places like, oh, look at this. What am I gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that, sorry. You walk around the ladder, man, you walk around the ladder. Anyways, so all right, hold on. Try not to get run over here. Hold on, hold on. So, look at that, just a guy working, chilling, you know, doing this thing. So, all right, back to what I was saying. You know, basically, you gotta, you know, you out there, all right, that is still believing a lot of these, you know, government stats and government numbers and all this other shit. And now you yourself are refusing to believe, you know, the same medical numbers or same medical advice or same medical everything that you've been hearing about, you know, what you guys saw earlier in the video when it pertained to what's really going on with this virus. I mean, what's going on here? And so it's all about control, because again, you know, going back to, like, I don't want to, you know, say the left, and I don't want to say things like that, because there's a lot of people that consider themselves left that don't align themselves with Antifa. And the reason I'm not talking about that and all that shit now is because I covered that on Wednesday's live stream. You can check that out in case you want to talk about that. But, you know, it is about that fact, you know, where more and more people are realizing the truth, and they just keep refusing to accept it. Like that guy right there, like that guy right there, you know what I mean? Like, he's wearing his face mask in his car on his own, you know what I mean? He's in his car with his windows up, with his mask on, you know, refusing to, you know, comply in the sense of, like, you know what I mean? Like, refusing to look into just normal reason. Like, what is the reasoning behind wearing your mask, you know, while you're driving your car? What is the reasoning to a lot of these things that, again, you know, we've already debunked? Again, you know, this is all about the human psyche and the whole thing with denial and toxic relationships and all that. And I know I didn't delve too deep into it. I've actually made videos on it, which I already talked about and said here, you know, talking about being in denial and toxic relationships and shit like that. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to tell you guys out here with this video is simply that we're all in denial. Not all of us, not all of us, not you, not me, again, not you out there, not me, not a lot of us, okay? We're not in denial, but there's so many people that are super duper in denial. And, what's gonna happen? You already know. Everybody wakes up at a different speed. Some people are gonna be in this toxic relationship with their government and with their political party and things like that for a very long time, while others like us have cut away from this toxic relationship a long ass time ago. And that's it. You know what I mean? Basically, right now more people are gonna keep sticking their heads in the sand and becoming more in denial, while there's more of us that are just gonna keep waking up and waking up. And at the end of the day, our numbers are gonna grow. As you guys can see, you can't stop us all. We're going back to work, whether you like it or not. All right, guys. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed the information on today's episode. And I just felt the need that I had to go outside, take a walk, get some sun, and get some chicken, and make a video for you guys. And bam, I love you guys, man. Seriously, thank you so much. You guys are just as motivational to me as I am to you, and you guys should know that by now. All right, so guys, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please check out all the descriptions down below so you can find me all over the internets. All right, and you already know what's up. Don't forget to stay awesome. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
This is a personal service announcement and a public apology to all the brothers and sisters who I'm triggering by this news. I want to start off this video by letting everyone know that I do not have a mask. I do not own a mask. I haven't bought a mask, and I have no plans to buy a mask. Now, if and when they make wearing masks federal law, then I suppose in order not to get locked up, I'll put one of these suckers on as well, just so that I won't be harmed by not wearing it. But until then, I've chosen not to. Now, if me not wearing a mask makes you judge me, I forgive you. If me not wearing a mask makes you nervous about your own health, I pray for you. And if me not wearing a mask upsets you, then I want to ask you, why? Why? Isn't it kind of similar to the whole vaccine argument, right? People who are mad about people who don't get vaccines, I don't understand, because if you got the vaccine and your faith is in the vaccine, then me not having the vaccine should do nothing to you. Why? Isn't that the reason you got the vaccine? Shouldn't I be the one who's nervous if I don't have a vaccine about my own health instead of the people who do, because that's why you got it, to stay safe? Yes, that's the same way I feel about these masks. Hallelujah. Everyone is right and no one is wrong. But I know one thing. I don't feel like walking around like I'm out of a scene from The Purge just because the government told me to, and I don't feel no way sick, and I'm not no way scared about nothing. Ashe? That doesn't mean I'm out here going out kissing folks in the mouth that I don't know who said they just got corona. But what it does mean is that I'm not going to change the way that I do things that make me feel comfortable just so that everyone else can feel comfortable during this crazy period of uncomfortability. So again, this is a public service announcement to all of those who are triggered by anyone around you, not in hysteria, not afraid, not nervous, and not wearing masks and gloves as they get their produce, asking you for your forgiveness, and also encouraging your own confidence that the choices you're making about your health and immunity are going to be honored by the God that you serve, and I will be well. Same way with me, because I have an immune system that I trust, I have a God that I know, and I have a body that I'm aware of, so that if things are going wrong with it, I am the first to take care of those things on a shamanic, natural healing level. Ashe, I want us all to be well, but I also want us to be whole, and I want us to have clean hearts full of love. So again, if you are a mask wearer and you see someone without one, offer them your love and understanding and forgiveness, and be confident and sure that you will be well, and stop harassing folks and judging folks and getting mad at folks who trust in their own immunity, their own relationship with God, and their own common sense about what makes them comfortable and feel okay. Again, this is a public service announcement for all God's children, reminding you that all is well, nothing has gone wrong, everything's going right, no matter what happens, even if we leave this life, it was the plan this year regardless, no matter what. And nothing under any name, including Corona, can extend or shorten your days on this planet if you are a believer in the Almighty God and know that even the hairs on your head are numbered just like your days. So fear not, know all is well. We're all where we're supposed to be. I'm not wearing a mask, and if you are, I love you, and because I'm not, forgive me. Ashe, we're going to get through this together. Until then, stay safe. Peace.